Hey everyone, welcome to Kilby H.E.A.R.S God. In this series, we use a simple Bible tool called HEAR, highlight, explain, apply, and respond. And I'm hoping through this series that we could just grow closer to God. I'm not a professional, I'm just a regular guy that is going through God's Word and taking you with Him. And God is really speaking. Good morning, everybody. It's Aaron from Kilby H.E.A.R.S God, and today we are in Hebrews 4, verses 14 through 16. Therefore, since we have a great high priest who has gone through the heavens, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weakness, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet was without sin. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Reading through this, the thing that sticks out to me is verse 16. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in our time of need. And I was reading down here in the study Bible that it was saying that Christ is our high priest and has experienced human temptation. He stands ready to give immediate and sympathetic help when we are tempted. I'm trying to see right off the bat, like, where does it talk about being tempted in all of verse chapter 4? Am I missing something? It's probably right in front of my face. Oh, yep. It's right there. He has been tempted in every way. Sympathize with our weakness and our temptations. See? Like, hold on. It sounded good, but like, where is it? And I guess that's a good thing. It's a good thing I don't know what I'm talking about. My dad would always say something like, let's say you're in the kitchen and you're supposed to be in bed and your hand is in the cookie jar, and then your mom or your dad come in to the kitchen and they catch you with your hand in the cookie jar and you know you're in trouble. Who is the last person you want to talk to? The person that just caught you. The one that holds the sword, the ability to punish you. And it's the same with human beings. The last thing we want to do when we're tempted or fail and give in to temptation and sin is be close to the one who holds the sword, the one that now we're in trouble. And it's the same exact thing. But this is saying here that Jesus is the great high priest. There's no high priest from earth that did what Jesus did or could have done, because Jesus was the Son of God and he never sinned, and he was also born without sin because he didn't have an earthly father. Sin is passed from the Father to the Son, and so God's Father, the Immaculate Conception, is because God the Father was his dad, so he didn't have that sin in him, but he's still able to sympathize with our weakness because he was tempted in all the ways we are, but he did not sin. And so he was able to be that great high priest. He was able to die in our place and go and approach heaven or God sinless, and because of his blood we have access to God the Father through that same sacrifice. So not only was he the high priest, but he was also the sacrifice. And he was tempted in every way and didn't sin. I mean, it's talking about here in Hebrews that, like, God knows us and knows our hearts, and everything is exposed to him. It's not hidden. And it's the same with Jesus. He knows our hearts. He knows everything inside of us. It's already exposed. He already sympathizes with us in the plight that we have. And it's a fight against the cure when we run away from the God that made us, that died for us, that made a way back into communication with him. And if you really think about the reality that something, this all-powerful God, could create us and all that is seen in the universe with words and then say, you are important. I want to have a relationship with you. And then we say no, it makes no sense because of our own sin and arrogance and because we're afraid and we want to be our own gods. But he has all this mercy and grace to give us continually. He is long suffering. Now that being said, there's stuff about wrath in this Bible too. So I'm just saying, when grace and mercy and love is so grand and you want to have a relationship with somebody so much, but they won't, eventually that's going to lead to some problems. And how do I apply this in my life? I just got to remember not to run and hide when I'm caught. Just go to God. I was explaining this to my kids the other day. It's like boiling a frog. We are frogs, and we get put in this water. And if you want to boil a frog, you just turn up the heat slowly, and it eventually just boils to death, right? And that's kind of what happens is the heat slowly gets turned up, and next thing you know, we're just boiled to death by sin. Or we're running like a runaway from God. Like we run away, like I was telling them, you could run 100,000 miles away from God and feel so far away from him. But all you have to do is approach his throne, approach him, and it only takes one step, and then God's right there. We're the ones that run away. God doesn't run away from us. It's not the right perspective. He's always right there with grace and mercy, and it says that we need to approach his throne with confidence in that. And so that's my reminder today. And how should I respond to what I read? I'm just going to pray. Lord, today, if anyone has listened to this, you know the future, so I could pray over them right now. Lord, I pray over them that they just turn around if they're running from you and take one step towards you. And they're able to receive that grace and that mercy that you have for them, that love and that comfort, that even though they're sinners, you understand, because you came and suffered, and you could sympathize with us. They're not alone. They're not lost. Turn around, take one step towards God, and you will see him, and he will comfort you. The only one God forsook was his son, so he didn't have to forsake us. Oh, okay. That was, I can't say that Jesus was the only one God forsook, but he did forsake him instead of us. Take that step today, right now. Do it. That was okay. Well, I'm gonna take a step towards breakfast and work. Good God.